Another strategy to get your team members on board is provide them the training. Provide them training, what to say, how to say it. Have some team meetings around the heads up conversation. That, hey, before we resign, we're going to have a heads up conversation with our patients to let them know what's coming, and provide them that verbal skill training. Provide them the verbal skill training. And all of it is right here in the Less Insurance Dependence podcast. If you go back and look at our episodes, how to answer the phone call that comes in and says, do you take my insurance? All that training is right there. Spend some time and actually go over this with your team members so they feel confident. They have confidence around it. And spend the time to do that. Do some role playing around these questions. Think of it as a dress rehearsal before opening night so that your team members feel confident around it. And watch what happens as their skills start to blossom. You initially there might be a little bit of awkwardness because they're saying words and phrases they weren't familiar with, and then all of a sudden it becomes second nature, and now it's rattling off their tongue, and they're comfortable talking to patients about it. And providing that training will give them the confidence. A lot of this has to do with confidence. The other thing we have to reassure at least some team members. I remember, being in a physical meeting, a team meeting with one of my clients. This is pre-COVID, and there was a team member that had a very worried look on her face as we're going through training, and she really looked worried. And I was kind of concerned about her. And this is someone that I had met, and I felt like we had some rapport. And I said her name, and I said, "You seem concerned. Share with me your concerns." And she said, "Well, Gary, I've got to be really blunt. I'm the insurance coordinator. Am I going to be losing my job?" Mm. And all of a sudden it came like, it was like the 500-pound elephant in the room, I just saw it. Right. And I said, "Oh my goodness, I need to apologize. I didn't explain this very well. Now I understand why the worried look on your face is. Because you're thinking, wait a minute, if we're going out of nowhere, I'm the insurance coordinator. I'm not going to be needed. Do I need to start looking for another job?" No, not the case. The way I teach this is that we're still going to file the claims for our patients. We're still going to submit the insurance. We're still going to follow up to help our patients get every benefit. Your job is secure. That job is very secure. And all of a sudden you could see like the weight of the world lifting. And you can see that she was saying, wait a minute, this is now starting to sound a whole lot better because I don't have to worry about updating my resume. I like it here, but
I don't have to, fight with the insurance company, which probably she hates.
Yeah. So, this was a detail that I think was important to talk about in this meeting, that, hey, make sure, doctor, you let your insurance coordinator know that this is not going to eliminate your job. And besides that, we've got all kinds of other things you can do when it comes to connecting with our patients rather than fighting with the insurance company. But there's still a very important role in we're going to file claims. We're going to submit all the documentation. We're going to do follow-up for our patients. We're going to be their advocate to help them get every dollar of benefit that they have. Your job is secure, is absolutely secure.